As you can see, just this medal for when I won the marathon just 2 months ago. I came in first place, time of 2:20, a couple weeks later, so I just got that one. Then this one was the one I did this morning, which was a 50K, and I got second place. I was just trying to take it easy. So I'm a little wiped out, so I don't feel like doing much, but I did get some requests about the rig that I have for my guitar, so I was gonna go through that real quick. First things first, got my whammy pedal. As you all know, the whammy pedal is a pitch shifting pedal. This switches between chorus and solo, and then you have these on the left that are detuning, which essentially bring your guitar into tune for you. Crybaby wah pedal. And this really adds a lot of expression to the note that you're playing. Next thing, we have the OCD overdrive pedal. You got the volume, which obviously makes it louder or not as loud. The drive adds an intensity to the note, so it makes it sound more intense, more powerful. And if your amp, it increases the wattage output. The sound sounds a lot wider. The next thing I have is the big muff. I usually have this running in parallel with my distortion pedal, but this has a tone knob as well, and if the tone knob is out of phase with the tone knob on my distortion pedal, then you will actually cancel out the sound altogether. Also, since it's in parallel, the volume knob on this one, it will not be an additive volume to the volume on the distortion pedal if you're running it in parallel. If you're running it in series, that can be very, very dangerous to have both volumes up at the highest level if they're in series. But if they're in parallel, then obviously it's the same voltage drop across both components. This is my multi-effects pedal. So you got these switches here. These 6 switches actually correspond to the 6 poles on your guitar pickup, and so you can directly configure the properties of those, save them in the switch, and then save them several different channels, and so you can switch from channel to channel to utilize those stored properties, and it's just really fast and easy. You got your compressor here, which tightens the sounds. It takes the outer marginal frequencies and sort of convolves them with the inner frequencies to form a more tighter distortion. Is pretty obvious. It adds a crunch to your sound. It adds a choppiness to it. The chorus FX knob makes your sound a lot more colorful. It adds a warmth, a sort of comfort to the sound. Your delay, after you play the note, how long do you want a delay before the note is output from the amplifier? And this gives the sound somewhat of a wideness to it, sort of angular sound. It makes it angular. And then finally, your reverb here controls the sort of echo sound, and that gives the sound a sharpness to it, a sheen, if you will. Then finally, you have my amp here, which is a Bugera. This is about an $800 amp. It's a tube amp. It's got tubes in it. It's a tube amp. The tubes give the sound a more organic sound, a more natural sound. It makes it sound more natural. It's flowy, and it's definitely a more leathery sound. I would say that as well. It's definitely makes it a more leathery sound. Literally starving. Boy, James has got to eat. I'm in my underwear. We're gonna go to the Potbelly. We're gonna get some sandwiches. It's gonna be tight. 99% of my channel is me going to eat. Okay, so the craziest thing just happened while I was in that Potbelly, and I almost screamed while I was there. I'm pretty sure the lady saw me jump. Growing up, I always had, you know, several inspirational writers that just sort of kept me going. I mean, there was the big name ones like Stephen King and Neil Gaiman and people like them. One of them, his story just like resonated with me so well growing up, and I loved all of his books. Rivers in the Ocean was like the book that changed my life. I wanted to emulate his writing, basically live out his life, and so most of my writing is inspired by him. His name is Casey Mulligan. He just recommended my book, Metal Hollow. He said in his post, James Vogelstein's book, Metal Hollow, is a surreal mind F. That's insane. This person that I wanted to be just said that my work of art was good. He enjoyed it. A lowly writer was good. That's insane. That just made my life. That made my 2016 the best year. I know everyone says that it wasn't that great of a year, but a lot of good things happened this year, and it's nuts that my book was recommended by one of my favorite authors of all time, Casey Mulligan. I had no idea that he was even reading it. Definitely check out his channel. I'll leave it in the description below, and his books are the best thing you'll ever read in your life. And what was so crazy about him is he was just a guy. He was just working in an office. I think he had like a marketing degree or something. He was just working in an office, doing marketing, wasn't really enjoying it, wanted to do something more, wanted to make a bigger impact like I do, work toward making more of an impact in the world. And that's what he wanted to do, and he just took a leap and quit his job and just started writing rejection after rejection for everything he wrote, failure after failure, until one thing he wrote just sort of caught the attention of somebody important, and everything was history after that. He became this huge writer. All of a sudden, his life changed basically overnight. He never had to worry about anything ever again, money-wise, or looks like that's what's happening to me. My story just blew up suddenly, and now one of my favorite writers is recommending my book, which is unbelievable. Going places, life's pretty good. The streets are packed right now, so I had to park a little further away. You can barely see me because it's dark, because it gets dark early now. Just walking all the way to my house. I never had to walk this far, but for some reason there's just so many cars out today. I am so far down Colfax Avenue, it's not even funny. I've never even been to this part before. I'm just creeped out every time I come to this street. It's just like the weirdest. Like, look at this fucking motel. Like, you do not want to stay at this.
There's a motel on Colfax. I'm on the 3rd floor walking down the hallway towards my room when I see this man. And he goes in another room, room 316. I know him. I recognize him. But I've never seen him before. The next thing I know, I'm standing in front of the door and I turn the knob and it's unlocked. I knew it was going to be unlocked. I go inside and it just looks like a normal hotel room, except the bathroom door. The bathroom door doesn't have a knob. The light in the bathroom is on. I can see through the hole where the knob should be. I can see the curtains and the red tile. And there's a man. I can see the man staring back at me. He's still there. Right now.